Hi, I'm Daphne Richards. This week's question comes from Jean Warner. Her bluebonnet plants are up and vigorously growing, and she'd like to know if freezing temperatures will be a concern. And also, what can she do to make sure she has good flowers this spring? This really is a great question since it gives us an opportunity to talk about our wonderful native wildflowers. As more people begin to plant wildflowers in their landscapes, they begin to notice them at different times of year other than just at spring flowering time. Most of our wildflowers sprout in the fall and spend their winters as rosettes, which are plants with shortened stems that grow very close to the ground but not towards the sky. This strategy allows them to survive and even thrive through the worst cold that Central Texas can throw at them. So they shouldn't be at all damaged by freezing temperatures or even snow should we happen to get any. And the way to ensure great flowers this spring is to water your wildflowers in the fall and winter, when the rosettes are actively growing and building up the energy to flower. Depending on your soil type and the amount of natural rainfall we get, and also how sunny we are, you might need to water as much as once a month on clay soils or a couple of times a month on really well-drained soil and that are rocky. But if we have a cool, cloudy winter with even 1 or 2 rainfall events, you might not need to water at all. If you do water your wildflower areas, be sure to give them a deep, thorough soaking. This week, we'd like to highlight a group of plants, winter edibles that are also gorgeous in the landscape. Most Central Texas gardeners plant these from late summer through fall, but if you got a late start or wanted to plant a second crop, there's still time to plant in mid to late winter. Most local nurseries carry these cold hardy vegetables all winter long, so you don't have to worry about sprouting your own seeds. Winter vegetables such as lettuce, spinach, Swiss chard, cabbage, kale, and broccoli not only provide you with food, they also look beautiful planted right in the middle of your established landscape. These days, there's really no need to plant vegetables in rows unless you just want to. A grouping of strategically placed oak leaf lettuces look right at home beside the fall aster and salvia gregii in your front flower bed. The leaves of winter edibles, which are what we eat on many of them, are truly striking and provide brilliant color to what otherwise might be a drab winter landscape. Try planting them among your perennials, which will live below ground all winter anyway, so there won't be any competition for space. Winter vegetables are naturally very resistant to cold temperatures, but an added benefit of having them planted among your landscape is that they're more protected if we get any truly cold temperatures, especially if they're well mulched. So there won't be much need to protect them on cold nights, even if we're down in the 30s. But if you want to be extra careful, protecting with light row cover should do the trick. If you like, you can leave a few of the leafy greens in your landscape instead of harvesting and eating them. As they prepare to flower and ultimately die, they shoot up into the sky, which is a process known as bolting, and provide a striking architectural element to the garden for a brief period. We have a great picture this week from Nancy and Richard Simpson. Just look at the size and the shape of these carrots. Their organic garden produces fresh food for them all winter long, but this one was certainly a bonus. We'd love to hear from you, so please visit klru.org/ctg to send us your questions or pictures of your humongous vegetables.